Dynamic blessings to you. This is our opportunity to become practitioners. I'm not speaking of a licensed practitioner of any sort. I'm speaking about one who practices. It is the depth of our practice and the authenticity of our practice, our commitment to practice, that determines the unfolding of our life in a very powerful way. I've said over the years that everyone's pretty much the same. What separates us is our habits. And so when we begin to have a habit that's about transformation, about expanding our consciousness, you'll separate yourself from the collective consciousness, from the herd consciousness, because you'll be going directly to the presence that's never an absence. You won't be going to the world. As you've heard me speak about the fact that self-sufficiency is a sufficiency with the capital S self, the spiritual self, the real self, the authentic self, the higher mind, the higher self, the superconscious self, the super soul self, the Christ self within us. And so we begin to have a relationship with this self, which is who we really are. We learn to depend upon it. We learn to yield to it. We learn to feel its essence as our very own essence. And then that deep sense of self-sufficiency and the real self becomes a dynamic of confidence as we go through the world. Because we're not just depending on our skills, our experience. We're depending on that which is within us that's greater than any issue in the world, that which is within us that's greater than any problem, because every problem is frightened of your potential. And so through meditation, we're tapping into our potential and making it actualized so that our life unfolds to a greater and greater glory. So I want you to consider the fact that from this moment on, you're to catch a feeling of self-sufficiency, that you already have everything that you need, and that through this feeling of this truth and speaking from this truth and acting from this truth, your life unfolds in an entire different way. You expand your awareness into the field of infinite consciousness, and then lo and behold, the world as it appears to be begins to change for you, because you are living in a different world. And so we're going to become still at this moment. Your feet are on the ground unless you're in a lotus position. Your hands are in your lap facing upward as a sign of receptivity. You tap the space between the eyebrows. Just tap it and say to yourself, you can even say it out loud, I'm willing to see without the use of my eyes. I am willing to see without the use of my eyes. I am willing to see without the use of my eyes. And so with the two eyes closed and the spiritual eye opened, we establish an intention to wake up to the self-sufficiency of our own being. Everything we can want, hope for, and desire is within us vibrationally, and we're giving it permission to come forward. As Robert Browning once said, we are releasing the inner splendor. That's what's happening in meditation. The inner splendor is being released. We're not trying to get something from the world. We are releasing our inner splendor. And then the world changes according to the vibrational frequency that we are emitting. Be still. Intend to wake up to a deep, ever-expanding awareness of your sufficiency. Feel into this. Think about moments in your life where you asked yourself to accomplish some things, to get some things done, to grow in a particular area of your life. And as you began to walk in that direction confidently, something changed within you. You felt more committed, you felt more secure, you felt more at peace, you felt more powerful. You you felt sufficient unto the moment. Capture that feeling now. And allow that to be the feeling tone that you breathe in and breathe out. I am a self-sufficient being. Feel the self-sufficiency, feel that confidence, and you are meditating on that. Your attention is on the feeling of what it feels like to be sufficient unto the moment. You're not grasping or trying to get something. Your whole being is feeling. Everything I could want, I have. You're becoming a spiritual lightning rod for the manifestation of that feeling, a divine fiat of this truth. Coming back to the feeling tone of sufficiency, all needs met, supernal confidence. Those words and those intentions are generating a feeling because you're remembering moments like that in your life, so your attention is on this feeling. This feeling is an extension of the real you. That is the eternal you, the immortal you, the forever you, the real you. All needs are met, and that which is within you can handle any seeming challenge that comes to meet you. You're self-sufficient unto the day. Capital S, self. We give thanks for this. I declare and decree that each being listening or watching this particular podcast is blessed exceedingly well, that this activation of self-sufficiency and the awareness that all that is necessary is within us already, waiting to be unpacked through right intentionality and spiritual practice. The word is spoken for each and every one of us that we may be free in consciousness now. We give thanks. I give thanks and allow it to be so. And so it is. Amen. As you slowly open your eyes, you are an urban shaman. A shaman is an individual that goes into another dimension and then comes back with the gift for the community. You've gone into the feeling tone of your real nature, which is sufficient unto the self, unto the day. And you're bringing that energy back into this world that there will be a response. And the response will be, more you will be revealed. The response will be, the sufficiency will show up as a need answered. It's a law. Have a beautiful and bright day. Peace and blessings.